the realest, best podcast in the game.
And we live, shouty. Why
That's
is
kind of crazy.
That's crazy.
The Buccaneers just keep signing people.
That is so
I seen
amazing
a
to
tweet
me.
that said, Tom lost one game and got to recruit and ASAP.
Of course.
Facts.
Of course.
There's no contentment.
He did the same thing last year. He tried to get AB. They just wasn't ready for it. It came later because they lost their first game last year.
Yeah.
To Drew. Everybody had him losing. You go. What's that?
What's this? Oh, it's some vintage store in Marietta.
Oh,
Bro, I just ripped these things literally outside like 30
Oh, I
minutes
thought
ago.
that was like the style.
No, bro.
I was like, that's an interesting
I was trying to
angle.
squeeze past this freaking truck and it snagged on a piece of wood.
Oh, dang.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Are you gonna
That
fix
sucks.
it?
Yeah, I can sew it back, but it's not gonna be the same. Like,
No.
it's not.
I thought that was the style too.
No.
I would
know,
suggest
stressed.
like ripping the other side so that at least it looks like a square when you resew it.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I guess I'll put a patch in there.
That'd be dope.
Yeah, I'll put
That
a
would
green
that
patch.
would look cool.
Okay. That's good.
I wish I knew how to sew because I have pockets in jeans that I don't wear anymore because there's so many holes in the jeans. It's like I want to be
You
able to
don't
patch
wear
them up.
The jeans because there are holes in the pockets. Or
Yes,
in the
I can't
jeans?
put anything in my pocket, so
How
I
you
have
get
to.
holes in your pocket?
I don't know.
Erosion.
I know one of my the one pants that I used to walk around with my weapon, and there's a portion on the site that's
Why did you
very
just say gun?
same thing. They don't know because they don't know what type of weapon I got.
Yeah, but it
Gotta
does,
keep 'em guessing.
It does
You
kind
feel
of
me?
sound like you're talking about a knife because like you're talking about it creating holes.
Well, I said a site, so
Oh well, that you had just said that.
two and two, but true. Well, yeah, I got a 9, so don't run up on me.
Yo, did y'all see that video?
They keep that thing too.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
That was crazy.
I don't know what video you're talking.
So you ain't see the video of the Ring camera where the guy was like, "Hey, homie, it's such and such here." He was like, "Nah." He was like, "You said nah."
I didn't hear the audio. I just saw
I've
it.
seen
Oh,
a
really?
video on a Ring camera of a dude stealing a package, and then the old man comes out with his rifle, and he's
Oh,
like,
yeah,
"Take
I
my
seen
stuff back."
Nah, not that.
And then
That was hilarious.
Homie got laid down.
Yeah.
But my thing was, first of all, you announced yourself if you was trying to be stealthy. Why wasn't
He
your
wasn't.
gun already out if you was planning to do whatever it was that you was trying to do?
Cause he don't.
Like,
They don't.
You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. Now you lump.
Obviously,
Is he
people
dead?
aren't
Do we know?
thinking.
I don't know. I think because it just happened. They haven't put out all the information.
Was that
about
here
it yet.
in Georgia?
I don't know where that was.
Ain't no telling where that was.
Yeah,
It could have been anywhere.
But that man's draw was stupid quick.
Yeah.
It wasn't even that it was quick. He had it out before he decided to reach for anything.
You know, his
His up. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Cause it was already. He was.
Are
See
you talking
of the two.
because I didn't see this video. Who got shot? The person at the door or the person whose house it was?
the person.
person at the door who was
Oh,
coming.
okay.
So basically, the angle is you see a dude coming from like around the corner to his apartment complex, and he's opening up his door, and then I guess I didn't hear the audio, so like you just, from my perspective, you just see him turn around, and immediately his hand goes to his hip, and like he's pulling it out slowly, and you see this dude come around the corner, and I guess he asked if so and so lived there, and he like nah, and bruh tried to. He moved too quick, and
So the one who asked if so and so lived there was the one trying to rob him, or
I guess
hurt him
yeah
in some
Apparently
way.
was
so,
the
yeah.
was
He
the
got
one who
blown
got
down.
got blown down. I'm surprised you haven't seen it. Everybody posted it on their
Yeah.
story as if I'm not the one. Like this ain't you, cuz.
It is
It's
not.
not you at
It's
all,
not
bro.
most
Nobody
people.
posted that
Yeah.
over on my end.
That's crazy.
That
Maybe I
is
follow
crazy,
me.
'cause
I
saw
follow
it
way too
multiple
many.
times yesterday.
I follow way too many hoodlums then.
Yeah, I didn't see that one. I finally came up with a cool name for the segment where I complain about the world.
Okay, what is it?
It will, from this point on, be known as God's favorites, least favorites.
I like that.
I like it. Yeah.
Thank
That's
you,
good.
thank you. And
That is good.
this episode, my complaint's pretty timely. I'm sure you guys have seen the post in the talkings about how the U.S. Treasury is saying how we're going to run out of money on the 18th. And for those of you who don't know, essentially the Secretary of the Treasurer, was like, on October 18th we're going to run out of money if we don't increase our debt cap, which every time historically we've even gotten this close to the debt cap, Congress just votes to raise it because you can't just be like, all right, never mind.
Right. I think the next year that it would be
money.
Close, or the year they voted to, would be 2022. So not stupid far off in the future, but you know what I'm saying.
The complaint or the grievance, the thing that I hate, is the concept of national debt at all. The reason why I hate it is because here's how I feel about debt. In all its forms, but especially in this regard, debt is useless if it will never be paid.
It's so useless.
Unless you're going to like do something to me that's going like in a harmful manner, or if I'm going to have to pay you, the debt just existing and being there and us being conscious of it, if nothing shakes, whether it becomes money or some other outside force of something shaking, it's completely useless. Who cares? And national debt is probably the greatest example of useless debt. No country pays their debt back to the country they're indebted to. Literally, you just stay in debt forever, which like there are countries just in debt, or something that this really only works for like first world countries and specifically like military superpowers. But when wartime comes, you start pimping to get your debt erased. It's like, okay, we manufacture all of this stuff you need. You want 10,000 U-boats? Well, we owe you 195 billion. How about we knock that down to 95 billion? And then the other countries like 10,000 U-boats doesn't cost $100 billion. And then it's like Weebay voiced the price of the brick going up. And that's literally like, it's just
supply and demand, brother.
There's no like, we owe how many trillions upon trillions to China, and all like this money. And I get that at that level it's a lot more about influence. But if nobody's gonna step, it doesn't matter. And
makes no sense.
Nobody's gonna step
At all.
like
ever.
Nobody's gonna step
until World War III breaks out. Nothing's gonna happen.
I just
Who
think
would you think a World War III would be like? Who would it involve?
It'd probably
the
be
world.
Everybody would get in on that.
It would probably
But
be
like,
us in gang versus Russia and China.
Really?
But to be honest, it seems
And I feel
as
like we
if
could take Russia and China by ourselves. To be honest,
it seems that
China got a lot
I
of
don't
people.
think so.
it seems as
It'd probably
if
be us, UK, Japan, France, Germany against Russia, China.
Yeah.
And then
But
they made back over there and get North Korea, Cuba.
yeah,
and
some
with
of our allies seem to be like flipping sides. No cap.
They probably should.
Well, we always got the
It's
UK.
because it's really
we
because of
locked in
Biden, bro.
since the war 1812. We
Yeah.
gang. So
Really,
we always
it's really
got the
because of
UK.
Biden. Because Biden is not it. He is not him.
somebody was just saying today they was mad they voted for Son, and I was like, dang.
I mean,
I always just feel
Be
like
like that.
what I guess like what were you wanting or expecting?
yeah. Like,
They was expecting Obama 2.0. That's what I think.
Why?
I really don't know why.
He gave no
anybody would
Obama
expect-
2.0 vibes
Ever.
ever at any
Wrong
point.
person.
I saw a tweet earlier today. I don't know if y'all saw it, but this person was like how they got called to jury duty, and as they listed out
that's-
the forms, it was like
Yeah.
being
Being
over
over
75 is
Yeah.
automatically a reason to be like removed. It was like, so you could,
Be
if you're over
president?
75, you can't be on a jury, but you could run the country. And it's just really funny. Not even
Hilarious.
just that matter of just being president, but like these age gaps, like don't like even I used to think like when you become a Supreme Court justice, the fact that like you have that role till you die or you decide to step down was so cool.
Yeah.
Until I was like, these niggas is all 98 talking about some no rights for women, niggers, Muslims. Like they don't like what this is not the vibe.
In
Can we
that
please
order.
get
To
some
give
Yeah.
people some
Yeah.
context, they were 30 when Ruby Bridges was 6 years old. Ruby Bridges is now 67.
Yeah.
67.
She was.
birthday.
They were the adults in the crowd.
That's a fact.
That's
Literally.
exactly
Giving her
what's
that
going
Cersei
on, bro.
treatment. Oh,
That is crazy. Like, do you know what Betty
shouldn't
White
say that.
and Frank and Martin Luther King all have in common?
they're born the same year, aren't they?
Yes.
Yeah.
I might be
Crazy.
I might be thinking of the wrong white woman.
No, I think it's Betty White.
probably has to.
It might
I
be
know
Betty
Anne
White.
Frank and MLK were born
Yeah,
the same
Anne
year,
Frank
and I
and
believe
MLK
Betty
were born
White's
the
the
same
person
year.
who's
I
still
didn't know
alive, who people use to compare them.
You know, I saw a TikTok about how like they what they do in our textbooks, they would put things in black and white to make it seem like they
Older.
were a lot
Yeah.
older than they were,
Yep.
but very much so those pictures were actually in color.
Yeah.
But they just,
Even Ruby Bridges is an example of that.
Yeah.
I never saw a pictured color of Ruby Bridges till like 3 years ago on Twitter.
Literally.
right. That's
Had
crazy.
no
The
idea.
picture I saw today was in black and white.
Yeah.
Makes no sense.
It's actually really
And
interesting.
you telling me we ain't got footage of Wilt scoring 100?
It didn't happen. That's why we don't have footage of it.
Then why do they why
Because
is it a thing?
it's propaganda, man.
For who?
For what?
Wilt gone.
Whoever. All of us. None of us.
Gone.
All propaganda is for the same people. Everyone and no one all at the same time. It's an agenda, man. I don't believe none of Wilt's records, except for like maybe the rebounding one. Like he averaged like 20-something or 30-something rebounds.
Yeah,
in
that
the
is
season.
crazy.
Because he was just that tall.
That means Kobe
It's
scored the
cap.
most points ever in the game.
He did. I don't care what they say about Will. Unless I see it, it ain't happening.
I mean, I do believe.
We got footage of people playing basketball with short shorts, no 3-point line, and no nets. But you mean to tell me we don't have footage of Wilt scoring 100?
What year supposedly was that?
that Wilt
60,
scored 100.
right?
It was in the 60s.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
God.
TV.
What
was
year
out.
did Wilt Chamberlain score 100
Because JFK
points?
died on national television.
He did.
Wilt Chamberlain, that's 100 points.
No. I didn't ask for a.
Oh, and Chamberlain.
What year did
and
Wilt Chamberlain score 100 points in one game?
Shout out Ian Chamberlain, though.
1962.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Yeah,
Mad TVs out back then.
definitely a lot of TVs.
It's ridiculous.
You could watch your president
So
get
what is
clapped
their
in the
excuse
brain,
for
but
it?
not
It
Wilt
just
score
got lost
100.
in the archives?
No, it wasn't recorded. Like they said, there was no camera crew there
there's
that night,
That's cap.
and that it was just
How
on radio.
you have one of the best
and there's
players-
radio broadcasts of it live, but it's just radio broadcasts. There's no
Right.
video.
They could have
The
recorded
radio
that
broadcast-
yesterday.
Back then, all NBA games weren't video recorded apparently, and so it was
Yeah.
just one of those games that didn't have a camera.
Because
crew.
it wasn't like
But then he
it
scored
wasn't like how
100.
it is today, where like it's tied to TV and broadcasting,
Yeah.
like rights and stuff like that. Same with college football. Like college football.
It didn't happen.
Most sports, like as television like became a thing, there weren't like broadcast networks. You know what I'm saying? That had rights and signed contracts with certain agencies in order to film certain things. Like college, I don't think college football even had national TV rights until like the 80s, 80s or 90s, if I'm not mistaken. Because I remember watching it like you know how college football, I think it's ESPN. You always have a college football 150, and it's like a document. It's like plenty of documentaries about a bunch of different things, like the top 150 of this, top 150 of that, 150.
I've never heard of that.
Oh well, they do that, and I was just on my break one day. It was just a day where I could watch something to like ignore everybody else. And,
Do you think they'll ever start making the college players? Because before the NFL, the teams weren't out on the field during the national anthem, and now to this day, college they're still not on the field. They're still not out on the field during the national anthem. Do you think they'll start making them come out during the national anthem?
I don't see why.
Yeah,
I
there's
don't see
really
What
no
would
point
be the incentive?
because that's like time for preparation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And plus, it messes up their big entrance.
Yeah, and
Because they're not going to go back in
football,
just to
that's
come
really
back out
important.
like
Yeah.
in 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Once they go back in from warming up, they don't come back out until the
Time to kick off,
all
yeah.
the smokes and pyrotechnics.
We want all the smoke. Squid
Who
Game,
wants
seen it?
smoke me?
I haven't
No, I
seen
haven't
it.
not
seen
done
it. Don't
yet.
spoil.
I haven't
I
started.
I ain't seen
Oh, you
nothing,
haven't started?
but
No,
I
I
know
started
who
yet
died
either.
already.
I don't know everyone who. I only have seen
I
one
have to stay
spoiler.
off of Twitter because everybody just.
Yeah,
I know
I
who
had
died.
to mute it because I don't
I
want to
know
know
who
what
deserved
happened.
better.
I've seen. Yeah, I saw that exact tweet, and it was a spoiler, but it's okay because I knew they were gonna die. Like just watching it, I'm like, that character's gonna die. That because I know TV, so I'm like, I know these people are gonna die, but I didn't know for sure until that spoiler. I'm on episode like 6 or 7 right now.
How many episodes they
It's
got?
9.
How long are they?
So they all vary in length. It's about an hour each episode, but there's like 2 episodes that are over an hour. And then like there's one random episode that's like 37 minutes for some random reason, and then the rest of them are basically like 50 something minutes.
They probably had a different director, or different directors shoot episodes.
But yeah, it's taking me
that's
longer
how
than
anime
most
does
people because I'm watching in Korean, and so
I can't watch live action dubbed.
I can't either.
It
I
makes
only
no
will do it
sense.
under like when I'm eating, then I'll do it so that I can
To hear it,
Yeah,
yeah.
just because when I'm watching something in a different language, I have to pay the utmost attention
To the
Exactly.
because
Yes.
I hate the moment where my brain will not recognize I don't understand what's happening if I look away.
Yeah.
So if I'm scrolling on my phone, a whole scene and a half will go by and be like, wait, I don't know what just happened because
Yes.
I wasn't reading the subtitles.
That'd be me with
So-
Money Heist.
When I'm
Yeah.
when I'm eating, or like basically only when I'm eating, I'll put it on English. But then outside of that, I watch it in Korean.
I only like look away from the screen. Like if I'm watching anime, I will only look away from the screen if I've seen the episode already. So I already know what's going on, and then I can just look back and be like, okay, they're at this moment.
Yeah,
But
especially because like there's things that
do
like
that.
even beyond just dialogue, like whenever there's like one thing that's an example with Squid Game specifically, and it's not really a spoiler, like there's a character who like is writing in his notepad. Well, he's writing in Korean. You don't hear him saying anything, but it's important to know what he's saying, and I have to be looking at the screen to see the subtitle translation of what he's saying. And like that's something that if I'm not looking at the screen, I don't think I've missed any information, but I have. So I usually just like put my phone down, completely zone in, and so that's why it's taking me a bit longer. If I was listening in English, I'd be done by now, and I only started the day before yesterday.
that is,
There's another show like it, right? That's out. Or am I tripping?
I don't know if there's another
yeah,
show
I don't
like
know
it.
what you're talking about.
There may be.
Yeah,
I mean,
could
it's
be.
TV. There's not like a ton of originality, but it's also foreign, and they have a lot more originality going right now than we do. But
Very true.
it could be, but I'm not aware of it. It is a really good show, though. Yeah, it's really good. It's interesting. But I understand why it's taking off and is being as popular as it is. A Netflix exec said that it could be their most popular show ever.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. It's already their most popular foreign show, and it could be their most popular show ever. It's like apparently on track to become the most popular show ever, which to do that, it has to break Bridgerton's record
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
like 860 million different accounts.
I'm gonna keep it.
I still haven't seen
I've never seen
Bridgerton
an
yet.
episode of
It's
it.
good.
I still haven't seen
like it a
Bridgerton
lot.
yet, but I know I'm gonna watch it because I know it's gonna
It's a
get
good
renewed,
show.
and so I'm like, I knew it was gonna get renewed before it even dropped. So I was just
Yeah.
like, I will watch this. At
You've
some
seen
point.
Lock and Key, right? Because you watched it with me
If I saw it, I didn't know what I
on
was watching.
Netflix. Lock and Key.
I've been
Have you seen
suggested Lock and Key. I haven't started it
It's
yet,
good. I
but
think
I've
they're
been
coming back
suggested
with
to
it.
watch it.
What's it
second
about?
season.
What
So
was-
these
It
kids,
is.
I think they go live in a house that their dad used to grow up in or whatever, and there's like these different keys to different doors and such, and like I haven't seen it.
Narnia.
No,
Bridge to Terabithia.
kind
Pan's
of, but I haven't
Labyrinth.
seen it in a while, so I gotta
Not Pan's
run it back.
Labyrinth.
But it's
A lot of movies about kids ended up in mystical places.
yeah,
I
they-
just fired off those 3 off the top
They
of my
did.
head. Like,
I think the guy that played in
Race to Witch Mountain.
the older
Not
brother
Journey
in
to the
Jurassic
Center of the
Park
Earth.
is one of the
Older
main
brother.
characters.
Oh, okay.
I know. What
I
you're
hated
talking
both
about.
those kids in Jurassic Park.
Really?
Were you talking about Jurassic,
Jurassic
World?
World?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hated both of them. I
Oh,
wanted
Jurassic
them.
World?
I actively wanted them to die while watching
Why?
it. They were so annoying. I hate annoying characters, and like if you're annoying and don't like have faculty, then I super hate you. Like if you're annoying but you genuinely push forward plot or character development or whatever the case may be, like I still hate you, but okay, I get it. But they had no faculty. They
Yeah.
only made things more difficult. They made everybody's life a living hell, and
Well,
they
that
were
was their
super.
faculty then.
But that's not like storytelling faculty. Like,
Yeah, true.
like
It's just
getting on my nerves is not your, like a
You think
faculty.
Smack will drop some of Madness 11 on YouTube?
No, but they are dropping it on the app tomorrow.
Oh well, I've been watching pieces of videos on TikTok. So.
I watch the bootlegs now. My homie Dondre gave me a Reddit thread where they put all the bootlegs of battle raps.
Really?
Yeah. So
Do
I've
they have
seen,
some of Madness 11 up there yet?
Mhm. Yeah.
Can you send me that?
Yeah, I'll send it to you. I've seen
But I heard Easy to Block and Chess. Was
Chess
battle
and
of the
Easy's
night.
battle of the year.
I saw clips.
It's one of the
and I
best
was like,
battles
yo.
I've ever seen in battle rap history. No
Really?
exaggeration.
Yo,
Wow.
I'm talking
I love chess.
It's
He's like that.
he's so like
He
that.
has been
He
like that.
genuinely, like, I know he has so many losses, and so me saying this is like out of pocket for those who know battle rap, but he's really like, he's the best. Like, he's so different. Like, Easy came with it though. It's a super
Okay, so give
duper
me an
classic
example. I don't watch this stuff. I need to hear something.
of
Yeah,
something.
what did he say?
I mean, context is really important.
Okay.
I could like send you a video because performance and all those things.
Do
are
you
important.
remember? I asked you years ago, like if you was putting somebody on battle rap, which battle would you send them?
You did ask me that, and I don't remember which one I
So
said.
send me the best one.
I would probably say Surf Hitman.
That's literally the first one that popped in my
Hitman Hollow
head.
one with the other guy who's Cassidy.
Oh God,
Oh,
that's
no.
a
I
terrible
watched that
battle.
one.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
but it was only for
It's
like
awful.
it was funny.
Okay.
Because
Yeah,
the
that is a-
precursor, their little fight is
Yeah.
still
Oh,
I
yes,
wanna
it's
watch
a-
it.
but
yeah,
that's
still
a
a
terrible
bad
battle.
That's
Cassidy
the
is
only
a
thing
terrible
I've ever
battle
seen.
rapper.
It's a
Yeah, he
terrible battle.
sucked.
That is
He
his best
sucked.
performance, but it's
Do
a
you
terrible
think
battle.
Hitman beat Calico?
I still haven't watched it because I never wanted that match to happen.
Really?
Yeah, I've never
I
watched
want
that.
Cal to battle clip so bad, man.
I heard Cal got busy with Geechee. I heard Geechee also got busy back. But
I heard Geechee edged it 2-1.
I've been seeing that, but my homie Dondre said Cal edged it, but he likes Calico, like, especially
I gotta
more than
watch it.
I'm like.
That's
I don't know.
odd.
Calico has recently been falling out of my graces. I really liked Calico, and then I was
I
just
would
like,
never
ever
expect
since
Dondre to
K-Rock,
like
he's
somebody
been
like
yeah, I
Calico.
feel like his
But
material
I
was
still
not
love the way
evolving.
he talked, though.
He does talk that talk. Surf and John,
I heard John got 30.
he got 30'd. Surf.
But yeah, Surf
Surf.
and Hitman would be a great battle
Get his daughter kissed.
because
Surf.
that's the best. Besides Geechee and probably this John battle, that's the best Surf that has ever graced Earth.
Yeah.
But it's also like top tier Hitman.
Yeah. And now like, Hitman's like it has so many elements. It has performance.
It has a bunch of my favorite
It's a
battle
classic.
bars,
like
ever.
so many great bars, and it has bars that people could get without being up on battle rap culture.
Yeah.
It's so hard to give somebody a great battle to watch because there's so many things they can't understand because they
If I
don't
send
watch
100
battles
shots,
yet.
he can't duck
But like
duck 'em all.
they have a lot of
Clip of
just
hot
really
peppers,
good lines.
jalapeno your head to the wall. Like,
I love that line.
good gracious.
Amazing.
Did you get it?
You said jalapeno. Yeah.
Clip of hot peppers,
Yeah, I got
jalapeno.
it.
Okay.
I'm not that slow.
No, I was just making sure you got it.
Have y'all seen the video of the Easy Come Easy Go bar?
Uh-uh.
God.
I seen the I think was that him and Easy? I think it was him and Easy where he was like dang. Dang, I don't remember how he said it, but I don't remember how he set it up.
Did you
but
see
he
Geechee
finished
Shade
it
Room
with
bar?
like pick on somebody your own size.
That was against Kid Chaos.
Okay, so that was Kid.
Yeah.
Okay.
He went. Oh, that was crazy. He said the stick up for Kid, like pick on somebody your own size.
Yeah. I ain't want to mess it up.
Chess is so
But like I knew it had stick up in it.
Yeah.
I seen the bar when he was like, you was throwing up when you seen a little DNA or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It was a great battle.
I
I
gotta
have
watch
to.
it.
I have to watch the rest of the card. But,
Everybody on block list can't see me.
Yo, when he said that, I lost it. I was just like,
Where's
bro,
Chess from?
Bronx,
Yeah.
Cortland Ave,
Okay.
and he don't let people
Boogie
forget
down,
it.
boogie
I
down.
don't know why I thought he was from Highbridge.
Nah.
I seen a video of I didn't know that Drewski interviewed Lil TJ at I think that was
He was like, I'm
Rolling
supposed to be
Loud.
from the hood.
yeah, he was like, I was supposed to be born up there, but we moved to Atlanta and whatnot. Like, yeah, I'm supposed to be from the hood though.
His set wasn't actually that bad.
Oh, Drewski's?
Yeah.
It wasn't. I think I
Did
was
he actually
laughing.
do stand up, or was he just hosting?
No, he was
Okay.
like, oh yeah, basically like what he did was he came out and he just asked the DJ to play a bunch of songs and then like he commented on the songs that were played because he was like, he's like, so who up in here? It was like who up in here? You know what I'm saying? Folks from the west side, folks from the south side.
Yeah, I
Look
saw
at the
that
white
clip.
people in here don't know what's going on. He's like, play something to make white people go a little more comfortable. And I what song did he play?
Was
I can't.
it 10,000 miles?
Yes.
Or 1,000 miles?
Yes, it was 1,000 miles. And he's just stupid.
1,000 miles makes my trivia crowd go crazy. Like that's
he
one of
was
my
like, where the
What song
Hispanics
is
at?
that?
haymakers. You know I walk 1,000
Oh, that
miles.
song.
That man hit the
Yeah.
I should. I don't know why I did not think about that.
he had
By the
to
wonderful
play the
Vanessa
tugga
Carlton.
tugga 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 for the Hispanic. He was like, what
What's
the
a
heck is a
tugga
tugga tugga toe? You said what, Christian?
The same thing you said.
But yeah,
Did
it was
you wanna
cool.
bring
It
up
was
your
cool to see
issue?
Big Bro.
You want
on
an
the
intro
stage.
first?
Oh yeah, we have an intro.
Yeah.
I was just about to say that. I forgot we've been going for a minute without that.
Yeah, I didn't even realize we did an intro. Thank you. Intro. So you Hey yo man, welcome back if you're a part of the family, and if this is your first time checking us out, then allow me to introduce you to the YSO Podcast, Youth Speak Out Podcast by the youth, for the youth, being a voice to the youth by giving a voice to the youth.
Come Andrew.
You already know who it is. Government name is Emmanuel. They know me as Saint Even, but you could just call me God's favorite.
My name is Man Boy.
It's been a minute since
Okay.
I came prepared today, Ashton. I came prepared today.
Good job too.
I appreciate that.
Hi, everybody, it's Ashton.
Come Andrew.
That's
Oh, shouts out to everybody who came to the Healing Pain Through the Arts event, the Youth
Yes.
Spotlight
Shouts out
Awards.
to you. Shouts out
It was
to
a
you.
successful show.
Absolutely.
We had a great
You
time.
YSO understood the assignment. You know what I'm saying? We held it
Yes.
down. Our booking info will now be in the
The
bio.
bio.
Oh,
Yes.
For
absolutely.
hosting
Okay.
opportunities.
Absolutely.
So I just want to say congrats to you guys. And
Congratulations
it was
to
a
all the
fun night.
honorees as well.
It was
Yes.
a fun night. I
Thank
had
you,
fun.
guys. I had a good
Really good
I
time.
did too.
I had
I was
fun.
struggling to figure out how to tie a bow tie for like 30 minutes, but
Yeah,
I
that
got
man
it.
was
I got it
stressed.
right.
We got it together, though.
That man
Appreciate
was
you.
stressed.
Appreciate
Shouts out to
that.
the visionary. She's behind
Absolutely.
the camera right now.
Yes.
The momager auntie,
Big facts. Big
Amber
facts.
Ann Lyons, the CEO of Healing Pain Through the
Yes.
Arts,
We
from
need
Pain to
500
Purpose,
each.
and the YSO, the visionary who brought all of us together from the YSO Podcast. We love
Swear.
you. Thank you for allowing us to be ourselves and host that wonderful event, and then honoring us as well. We love you. Thank you so much.
Appreciate
Now all of
it.
that is out the way. I got a bone to pick.
All right, go ahead.
Really?
Good.
Come on, man. All right, intro
What
your
Wayne say?
grievances, Christian.
All right. So boom.
They ain't talking about us.
I'm at the well first I'm on Tinder, swiping, get a match, boom, 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 whatever. So I'm at the
As you are.
concert, right?
Okay.
Let me pull up the receipts.
Cold concert, just in case
I
if
don't want to
anybody
misquote
wanted to know.
anybody.
Oh, how was it?
It was life.
I bet.
I got my voice back 2 days later. I had to drink tea and lemon.
Boss lost his Celine shades
I
at the
saw
Georgia
that.
show.
I didn't see that when it happened, but I saw that.
during Down
crazy.
Bad,
So she,
and it was after his verse, like during the hook.
The
Wow.
young lady
That's
asked
crazy.
me, she said she likes God that takes the initiative. And I was like, well, I can take the initiative, plan dates, this, that, and the third. And she was just like, well, I just feel like men aren't men anymore. It's guys who have asked me out and then asked
She
me to
wanted
pay.
them.
And then there's guys who really believe in 50-50 when it comes to bills. And I wouldn't deal with a man like that. It's like men just want to be females so bad. And I
Oh,
was
wow.
like,
Why did she even
That
start
makes
talking
no
about that in the
sense.
first
First
place?
of all,
Why
you know
even-
she Pyru because red
Yeah.
flags. She must be Damu.
Cause like, well, how did you get to
flags.
this?
from taking initiative.
She's mad at somebody else.
Yeah,
Well,
she's
listen,
definitely-
it gets juicier. It
Like,
gets
what?
juicier.
Okay.
So I'm like, so you think a man should pay for everything? She was like, oh, looks like we're about to disagree. It's fine though. It's no biggie. But it's just the way I
Girl.
was raised. Men are providers, and that's just how I feel. But it's fine if you disagree. We can always just be friends. Like we was just gonna be friends anyway, sis. Like I don't even know your name. First of all, we just met an hour ago.
We gotta be
didn't
friends
even meet.
first,
We just
like-
matched an hour ago. Talking so
Oh.
like I feel like I told her I was a believer, so she automatically heard wedding bells or something. But I don't know. But anyway.
She said.
Yeah, that's why you gotta wait to let them know who
That's
you
a
aligned
lot.
with religiously.
Cause
Right.
why
You
are
just
you?
gotta let
like-
them think you a floater.
Right. Big facts. That's
Where's that paragraph?
that's hilarious.
That-
We
You mean the
at
book
the
she sent
when we
you?
was
Yeah.
when we
She
was
sent
there.
this man a message longer than Beowulf.
Yo,
Yes.
hey, nah,
dead.
that's hilarious. When
She
we was
said,
there.
I've seen plenty of men provide for the girl and enjoy doing it. I personally don't think it's fair for a man to ask a woman to go half. I'm not looking for a roommate. I'm looking for a husband. Plus, when kids involved, I really don't believe in splitting. I got to be pregnant and deal with body changes and the chance of me dying, but a guy wants me to wobble into work, ? Nah. And when the baby is born, which statistically speaking, and she put this in parentheses, and this is a real statistic, a woman does more even if the father is involved, and the
on,
man
bro.
has the nerve to ask for half. Nah, I don't want to work when I'm pregnant, and I don't want to go back to work as soon as my kids are born. I don't want to nanny in the beginning stages. I was raised in a man providing, and that's just one of the ways, and that's just one of the ways. And of course, I'll provide in other ways, which she never said. My ex-fiance provide, and I was telling my cousin this. I didn't even see she said this. 'Cause mind you, I'm at a concert, so I'm not really reading.
Yeah.
She said my ex-fiance provided everything, and I went grocery shopping even though I didn't have to, but that's because I wanted to and appreciated him.
You got
I
groceries?
bought dudes.
Congratulations.
Wait. Hold
I
on.
bought gifts. I did stuff with the shrugging emoji.
Wait.
So
Oh,
at this
she is
point, I'm
bitter.
over this whole conversation. 21 Savage is performing brand new Draker right now, and all I'm concerned
Yeah.
about is jumping up and down, speaking about how big my gun is. You feel me? And she talking about splitting bills. Like, first of all, and I told her, I was like, my dad is a provider in every sense of the term. But when my mother was working, even she took care of the utilities. Like, I'm not talking about a 50-50 split right down the middle. But you go at least, you know what I'm saying, the Wi-Fi, sis? Like, you feel me? Like,
Yeah.
is that too much to ask for? So I just
Come
wanted
on,
to
bro. It
get
ain't enough.
everybody's opinion on the splitting of the bills.
Man,
Because right now, you're an independent woman, so you take care of everything.
I do.
So I don't feel like you as a, well, I don't want to speak for you, but I know you, and I don't think you as a person would expect a man to come in and just to completely take over everything.
No, it's not an expectation, of course. That would be nice. But, like, I wouldn't just... First of all, not even in the first conversation, especially. But even, like, when I had a boyfriend, I didn't expect him to do that stuff. Because I was like, you're my boyfriend. Like, you're not my husband. Yeah.
Right.
So I'm not going to expect you to just come in and want to do everything under the sun for me. Like, why would I ask? I'm good.
I'm
I
gonna
don't
keep
need
it
all of
being.
that.
Women nowadays get their ideals and their personalities from the internet, because all of that stuff I
I'm not
heard
a
just
rapper.
then, I've heard
Although I can rap, I'm not a rapper.
on Twitter threads. Like, none of that stuff is, and granted, you probably have had your own personal experience that ended up pushing you towards that ideology. But at the end of the day, what you talking about is literally not reality. There are so many people.
I said literally not.
There are so many people who simply just do not care about what it is they're doing. Like, she even said, I paid for groceries, which I didn't have to do, but I did because I appreciated him. So you're saying you have done some sort of putting in. You feel me? It doesn't matter the actual percentage. You're too hung up on semantics. We're not talking about, yo, you pay, if the rent is 1,000, I'm paying 500, you paying 500. So you gotta work, I gotta work, and we gotta do this thing together. Because it's like, it's a complete difference if you're in a position with somebody you love and you know you're sticking it out with that person. Why do you care what you're paying at the moment? If a man is 100% all about you and he is made that known, meaning that he is doing everything he can in his power to give you a better life, why are you upset about maybe having to do the same exact thing he's doing for you for him? Like, what is the problem with that?
It reminds me of that story about the guy that was making six figures and his wife had just got that $70,000 job, and he was like, I want to take a couple months off. Can you hold me down? And she was like,
Oh
no.
yeah, he was like, can I take a month off?
Oh, yeah.
For
She was like,
mental health.
Nah, bro.
And she was like, no. And he was like,
But she
4
would have
years.
had all the sobs if he was hanging from a. No,
no,
I'm
he left
sorry.
her.
He was supporting her for 4 years.
I'm saying, like,
to get med school, through med school or whatever school.
I think, to speak to the point of what I guess, especially this woman specifically, like, where are you in your expectations, like, when it comes to what you're actually living? And when I say that, I mean, she's saying all of this, I don't believe in 50-50, I'm looking for a husband, you need to pay all of this, and blah, 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 all these things with bills. Okay, but are you even dating, talking to, entertaining people who even have the capability of doing that? And it's not even like like anything about you specifically, but just in general, like, if you are in a place in your life where the people in your social circle and the men you're meeting and getting to know in XYZ literally can't eat, like, shorty, literally, even if I wanted to, maybe I'm not even in a place to literally do that.
Hello.
And beyond whether the desire or the intention or not, it seems like, once again, getting back to, what I talked about a few episodes ago, like, this very one note definition of like provider, and it's very like very finite way of looking at things. If you have a man who, like Andrew said, is doing everything in his power to provide for you, but paying all of your bills is just not within his means, would you rather leave that man to find, because you can find a dude who can pay for all your bills and then some, take you to Beirut and Turks and Caicos and all of that, but is he going to provide for you in the other ways that this man has? Is he going to do this? Is he going to do that? And maybe you will, and then mazel tov to you. It's not even about the brass tacks of who you find it. It's about what are you realistically living that lines up with your expectations. And then something that I always feel like too many people have non-negotiables or things they desire of their partner that they cannot be a living
You'll
example
see that a
of.
lot on these dating sites. Like in the bios, they'll have a whole list of things. You can't be this, you can't do this, you can't. And I'm just like,
And how is me expecting you to do something making me want to be a woman? Like, what is
The
that
moment she
sense.
said men don't want to be men no more, it's like, yeah, I would have blocked Shorty right there. Like,
it just came out
that's
so
just a
gold
sentence that don't
diggerish for me,
even like. That's like as a man, like
She
nothing.
was probably
This is
in
not
a
pertinent.
relationship where she had to pay for everything before, so
But
now she's
that's
upset.
not-
It's my fault. You was
No,
with a
I'm
bum
just
shorty.
saying. I'm not saying
Hello.
it's her fault, but like
I
I'm
feel
just
like
saying
in
that's
one of those
probably
voice
why.
notes she was explaining like in previous relationships she was being taken advantage of, and I was gonna tell her straight up, yo, shorty, that's not my problem.
If we
that you
being
couldn't
honest,
recognize that you was being taken
and
advantage
if
of.
we
with
being
a bum.
honest, and there's like two sides to that coin, because you could easily be taken advantage of, but you also easily could be manipulated, because I do everything in this place. So what, you have no say, because I pay this, I pay that. I can walk out of here if I want to and go talk to so I can bring whoever I want to, and it's like there are men who will definitely manipulate you with the fact that they are the sole provider of everything.
Come on, man.
That's
You
a
feel me?
dangerous
And if that's what
position
you
to be
Look
like,
you in your
that's
eye
your
and tell
risk.
you see this
And-
life you
and you
love.
buy
You want to keep
groceries.
living it.
Exactly.
You gonna be okay
Shorty
with
said
what's
I
going
bought
on.
groceries.
You buying groceries.
She
That's
said,
fine. I can get
she said
you-
out the
I can get
kindness of my
others.
heart.
Like,
I'm in the Brussels sprout section, shorty. Cause that's what I want to do.
you're buying
here
groceries
getting
because you're
juice.
hungry.
And then she talking
About
like
here
y'all about to
getting
move
juice.
in together next week.
Right.
Exactly.
Cause let's real
Exactly.
talk. You talking about splitting bills? That means it's common bills.
She needs somewhere
We
to
not
stay.
gonna be there for at least a year and a half. Give it if we move in sensibly. So what you want me to take over? You want me to take care of me
know my
and you?
last name. Well, she might not even have known my first name. But you talking about
crazy.
splitting bills and men not being men and taking initiative and all of this. And I'm at a concert. I'm telling you. Brand new Draco is going off, the screen flashing, 21
This man
Savage.
talk about some we spending it every day, every night. You can't kick it with the yos, post up, barbecue, nothing.
And my phone vibrating. I'm trying to record. I'm like, yo, get off the screen.
Get these notifications
Like,
out of
come
here.
on. I should have put my phone on Do Not Disturb. That's what I
Yeah,
should have
you
did.
should have. I don't know. I
Because
would have blocked her so fast.
she did not understand the assignment that night.
I will also say this, and Ashton, you said something about this, like not bringing this up on the first night. Like these types of sensitive or maybe potentially controversial opinions, when you're in the dating world, when do you throw those out there? Like how much level of comfort do you need to have with someone
Well,
I say at least
before
like
you let them know?
3 or 4 dates and
Yeah.
Me personally, I'm glad she did it that day because then
Yeah.
I knew I don't have to expend no energy on you.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I'm glad
Absolutely.
that happened
Yeah.
because, like,
Yeah.
okay, ball that piece of paper up, Kobe, into the trash. You feel me? Like, so
But like,
the streets is not for me. All right,
the streets is
they not for me. If you out there
Streets is
and you
wicked.
listening,
rough
come
out
get
here.
me, save me,
The
because it's
streets is
ghetto
wild.
out here.
the streets is wild.
And at least you can at least want to take care of the Wi-Fi. At least.
I always
Don't buy the groceries out the kindness of your heart, because I'll just call Nedra like, yo, what fruit snacks do we get?
Shorty said I
That's
got
my mom, by the way.
I got groceries, not because I had to.
'Cause
I bet that nigga was like, here she coming here with these groceries again, acting like she did
I buy
something.
groceries.
Shut up about them frosted flakes, God, leave.
I wanted to be like, well, there's a reason he's your ex-fiance.
Big reason.
yeah.
And it's like, it's so
I think
funny.
that's another thing. Like on a positive, whether it's positive or negative, like you gotta have you can't be coming with the X talk at the top of nothing. Like, whether you talking about the good they did and how that set to your standards, or the
don't
like,
compare me.
you cannot
It's
come out of
obvious
nowhere
that you
with
have
the X
one,
talk off
you
the jumps.
haven't moved past it, and two, you have not healed from whatever baggage whatever issues you had. You have not clipped that baggage off because you're literally bringing it up on a first, second conversation.
And you know what?
First.
A person like
first.
me, I really don't even, as bad as this is going to sound, I wouldn't even really require you to be healed. I just need you to at least act like you're not still hung up on it. Like, I'm going to keep it 100. A lot of stuff I ain't
you
healed
can still
from.
be hurt, baby.
Stuff that happened when I was 7. It ain't going nowhere no time soon.
And that's
we'll approach
facts.
that in my 30s. But shorty, you off tops like, and my ex-fiance did this, but he also hit me over the head with a frying pan. Look, son, it's a lot. It's a lot of energy
Like,
here.
I'm not in it for your traumas right now. Like, I don't want to hear that until I really like you.
And that brings me to another point, because there was a
Even
thread.
then, I might not want to. Never mind.
If I really like you, I might want to try and help you.
I seen a thread on Twitter talking about how, like, the questions you need to ask on first dates, and a lot of them was way too personal. Like, what are childhood traumas that you have that you haven't let go of? This, that, and the third. What are your greatest regrets? Like, you ask me that on the first date, and I answer you, I'm giving you fake answers.
Yeah.
Oh man, when I failed this one class in 7th grade, it shook me to my core. It was the most traumatic thing I ever been through. Yeah. Then you're gonna find out when, like, 10 years in. What do you mean you saw a dead body? Well, I wasn't gonna tell you that day one. Shorty, what is you talking about?
Exactly.
I wasn't gonna tell you that blick him right in front of me, threw the bricks in the backseat. I'm not telling you these things. What is you crazy? Why would you even ask somebody their childhood traumas on our first date?
That's not something I want to.
What happened to the 5-year plan questions? Because at least I had a fake answer for that ready to go.
Exactly.
These shorties, they asking me my chart and what's my relationship with my father like. Who sent you? What did you
Right.
did you know that?
How do you know I
Did
have
you
a
aspire?
father?
You an agent? Like, what are you talking about?
And then if I give you the truth,
Tell me why Shorty hit me. Tell me why Shorty hit me. She was working for AT&T. It was like, so why are you with Verizon? I said, what?
what do you mean?
How do you know this? She was like, oh yeah, I work with AT&T, so we can search the number and see who is with what.
She
I'm like,
searched your number in
why
the
are you
system?
doing that?
You talking about
Yes.
you talking about like a automated thing or like a shorty you was talking to?
A Shorty I was talking to, bro. She works for AT&T.
She out of the
she
blue
out of
like,
the
why you
blue.
with Verizon?
So why are you with
Yo.
Verizon? I'm like, yo, because I asked
Do you
her
know
what
how
she did
fast
for
I would
work.
have blocked her,
Son,
bro?
I wouldn't have had time for an explanation.
So fast.
She would have been.
Nah.
She would have looked up the number and saw your number is blocked.
Like, what
Big block. Are you
Yo,
crazy?
And I'm
what?
like,
Are you
wait,
serious?
I didn't tell her. And I'm going through my pages, my profile. Like, am I
Did
saying
you say
I'm
you
with
got
Verizon? Like, what is going on? I'm like,
Nah, bro.
Did she see a logo
Is she the
somewhere? Did I send a
FBI?
screenshot and
you
she
know
saw
how
it in the
everybody
corner?
be like, you got the FBI agent that be watching over you? I'm
Yeah.
thinking, is this her? Like,
Nah, bro.
She
Yeah,
wanted
yeah,
to be.
matched on
That's-
Tinder.
Oh
That's
my
ridiculous.
gosh. Are you serious?
That
you
is
need to get off Tinder,
ridiculous.
bro. You gotta let
I
that
guess
go.
that's
There's
the,
no
Yeah,
way.
no,
There
but
you
this
go.
one was Facebook dating.
Facebook
Oh wow.
dating.
Yeah, Facebook got a new little
I heard
section.
Facebook dating is criminal.
All right, cool.
Rappers and RICO cases.
Ridiculous.
They got
you know what's
Glock 9
crazy?
and
Speaking
Hot
of rappers,
Boys gangs.
Rappers.
Speaking of rappers, me and my brother, the concert he was speaking of, we went to the Cole concert this weekend, the off-season tour, and
That was Monday, bro.
It was.
3-day weekend.
Just
So
extended the weekend.
he
Made a holiday.
so
was at work. But
3-day weekend.
so he's talking to us and he's like, you know, sometimes you go to a concert and you know, they'll do a song and you know there's this one of them songs that's like, you know, deep in the catalog and you look around and it's that one person that just know every word to this song.
I'm that person.
And you like dang, am I a real fan because I don't even know this song? And the song that he performed was Back to the Topic. And he
super-duper
pointed this
classic.
out to me on the way here. I didn't even realize because I wasn't just stuck in my own world, but me and him are rapping this word for word. And the people around us were looking at us, rapping it word for word.
Y'all were those
Yeah,
fans.
we were those fans. And then, like, I didn't even realize that. And then when he said, like, when he started talking about it on the way here, I was just like, oh, now that I think about it, there was like they were like people that I saw like out the corner of my eye doing other songs. But when I did that one, the only people I saw rapping was me and my brother and the guy that was sitting in front of us. But like, that was it. I was just like, yo, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's a
because
super
how do y'all
classic right
not know Friday Night Lights and stuff like that? Like, I mean, I get, certain people get into an artist's journey like later on most of the time, but like,
but I feel like if you're gonna be a fan of that artist, you have to do due diligence. Just because
That's
for
what
reasons
most
like
people
this,
don't.
because
Yeah.
when I go to concerts, especially for lyricists like Cole, I'm performing with him.
yeah.
So every song that comes on, I'm rapping the lyrics at the top of my lungs, which is why I just got my voice back 2 days ago.
Now, yeah, a lot of people don't feel that way. There's a lot of people with like some sick music practices. Like I consider them sick. People who like people will go to people's concerts that they're not a fan of.
Why?
Yeah,
like
that's
just
weird.
for a concert going experience. Like people do that with regularity. Like people just go to concerts all the time and just like, oh, I have interest in this artist, let's go to their show, rather than like listening to their music. Like that's sick. People who first listens of projects put it on shuffle. You're
That's
sick.
sick.
That's sick.
And
That's
I,
sick.
bad.
I hope harmful things happen
That's
to people.
sick.
who do
There's
that.
there's no
real
excuse for that.
Physical
Like,
harm.
how can you listen to the?
How in the world? Because I used to be so baffled whenever like a big album would drop. I realized that with one of Drake's albums, I want to say it was Views, or it was either Views or some Scorpion maybe. People talking, it's like 12, 18. People talking about the 12th track.
How you get to?
How?
Right.
People are, oh, this one crazy. How? It's only been out 18 minutes. It's mathematically impossible. Oh, it's on shuffle.
Ew.
Who hurt you?
Yeah,
What's
that's weird.
wrong with you? Like, sick. Just, and I wouldn't necessarily call it being sick, but if you consider yourself
That's
like
nasty.
a fan
Yeah,
of
that's
someone,
disgusting.
and you listen to their, like, you find out about them at a certain point and you don't go back into the archive, but then you like Jack and that's your favorite person ever, like, how do you even feel like, I could be at a Cole concert and he could play Lucy's that only exists on YouTube, and I can go bar
Vulture's
for bar with him.
Crystals.
He put on Show
Yep.
Me Something and I'm like, I got you.
The
He
Cure.
can get free Cold World and I got you. Like,
Yes,
we
sir.
can really go.
It
And
would be free.
people would be like, oh, I can't wait for Power Trip. Like, what is you here for?
Yeah,
Like,
you can definitely
why
see
are you here?
the commercial fans, like when he go into the hits, and everybody rapping, and then he go into like the Climb Back or Close or Hungry, like, and it's only a few people rapping. Like, that's how you know, like, oh, so you're just here for the hits.
Right. You just here just to say you came.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just here
Like
because
he
you have
did.
money for the tickets.
Another sick practice. This is okay if the person's like on the up and coming, but if this person has already like done a headlining tour, I consider this sick. Going to a show where someone is not the headliner, they're one of the openers for them, and then leaving
That's awful.
after they're done.
That's terrible.
I know people who like,
It's disgusting.
what? Oh yeah, I went to the. I'm not saying this really happened. I'm just using it as an example. I went to the Adele show for Yeba, and then after Yeba was done, I left. What?
What is
Like-
wrong with you?
You know what I wonder?
What?
Like,
What's
'cause
wrong? You're sick. Like,
Cole has been on tour with Thug, YG, Sean, Big Sean, 21 Savage. Like, Big Sean, I'm pretty sure can do an arena tour. But can
Yeah.
21 Savage do an arena tour? Sold out by himself?
Sold out? I don't know. But he could do it in an arena tour.
he can definitely do an arena tour,
especially off this last one.
He can definitely do an arena tour. The thing is that doing an arena tour definitively means you have to be doing an arena in every city you go to.
Yeah.
And that's difficult.
Yeah.
Like 21 Savage can easily do an arena, probably 2 nights of an arena in all the major cities.
Yeah.
Like in Chicago, in New York, in Atlanta, in LA, and
Miami.
yeah, he can definitely. But like, can he do an arena in Wisconsin? I don't know.
Probably
Maybe he
not.
can. Maybe he's got the
Yeah,
fan base
maybe.
there. But maybe he can't. And that's what like really separates. Like, that's why
Yeah.
Russ be talking his stuff, because Russ goes anywhere
And sells
does
out.
3
Oh my
nights
gosh,
sell out of
yes.
arenas, and everyone knows every single song he does.
Russ
and
is a role
everybody
model of
else
mine.
be like,
I really
I
like
did a world
Russ.
tour, and he's like, no, not world
Nah,
tour.
yeah.
You did America and
Russ
Toronto. That's not a
is
world
up.
tour. Like, sit down. Like, that's why Russ
Hey,
really
that's
be
North
popping his
America.
stuff, because, you know what I mean, there is levels to it with touring. Speaking of touring, someone whose team underestimated their level, Giveon, that had Twitter
Yes.
broken.
Mad
Wait, underestimated
upset.
his
Yeah,
level?
they had him
'cause
doing the loft.
Tabernacle. Yeah.
Oh,
which
so
holds
they had him
600
doing
something.
Small.
And he's
Well, not small, but like
but small for Giveon, in my opinion, in a major city like Atlanta. Maybe give him something that size, like I said, in Albuquerque, New Mexico, right? Because maybe there's not. But in Atlanta, having him do a 650 something venue, like they sold out off of the pre-sales. So then they moved his venue up, and so then when regular like sold out like that, like I think Fatima told me like in the first 10 minutes it was done. Like
that's crazy.
Like there was literally the venue, like he moved it to holds like 1,200, 1,300 max. She was like, yeah, when she entered the thing, she was like, there are like 1,800 people ahead of you in the queue.
Wow.
Like
Jack Harlow on tour right now too, right?
Yes.
Jack was there.
Is he doing arenas?
No, I don't think Jack's at. Jack's at arenas yet.
Not yet.
What are Jack Harlow's songs?
What do you mean?
He
Jack Harlow got a whole album.
Yeah.
Okay, I know he has a whole album, but like,
He can rap for real.
What are the other songs besides
What
the
was
one
the
song
what was
that-
the
It's
what
What's
was the
Poppin',
hit?
Tyler Hero.
Yeah, What's Poppin'?
He's got What's
Tyler
Poppin'. He's got
Hero.
Tyler Hero. He has Two Best Friends.
It's a
That
good
was
album.
really big. With Chris
Is it
Brown.
really?
It's
That song was
really
nice.
good.
That song was nice.
His
I liked
album's very solid. Like it's a
like
very
it.
good album. It's a great like
I don't
rookie
think he's a
effort.
plant. I think he can. I think he can hold his weight.
I mean, you gotta think about
Even if he's a plant, he's good. At this point,
there have been
I only
plenty
like
of good
plants that
plants.
suck. At this point, if you're a plant but you're good, I'm gonna let it slide. Bump it.
Yeah,
'Cause
he's
it's too much
charismatic,
work trying to
There's
figure out
plenty
who's a
of
plant
plants that
anymore.
are
Very charismatic.
Jack Harlow is somebody who,
An industry plant.
yeah, so
Basically
someone who's
somebody
come
who
up
they
is not
just
organic
find
at
Heard
all.
that
anywhere.
Whoopty song?
And they just
CJ is a big
yes.
plant.
CJ is a plant.
His uncle
Coyle
is
Ray
an
is a
exec.
plant.
Corey's a
Coyle Ray,
plant too, yeah.
her father
But
is
shout out to
Benzino.
Corey. Even though they have
Monet.
not a good relationship.
At
Yeah,
all.
but
They got
still.
beef.
I heard Dirk is the
It
reason
did
she keep rapping.
Yeah, so he's the one to blame.
I like twinning them.
Never heard of it.
It just dropped.
No best friend.
Yeah, that one.
TikTok.
Yeah, it's been on TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. Koi's like, she keeps going back and forth with me. It's like she
Yeah.
drops a song and I'm like, I hate that she drops a song. I think it's heat. I think she's just gonna be like that for the rest of eternity for me.
Probably, because that's how it is for me too. Like she has, I'm like, okay, this is cool. And then I'm just like, yo, what's good? What were you thinking right now
Yeah.
during this? Who told you like you need better? You need a better friend group in the studio with you because they need to be like, this should never touch nothing. This is for us.
I always think about like the struggle of being at that level and like yes men in that vibe because it's like you do get to a level where like it is potentially like, especially if you're one of those people or those friends who's like on payroll, like when somebody look at you and they like what you think about this, your whole life probably flashed before your eyes like, man, if I tell him this sucks, I could be homeless next week. Let me tell him this is heat. And like, man, that one's going Billboard #1 global, and then it don't debut nowhere because it was
Okay,
Dookie.
so what's the song that somebody lied about?
There's so many. I just feel like that's such a hard
Give
like
me an
put on-
artist.
Drake.
Uh,
I'm gonna
half
say-
of the Scorpion album.
What was the first song on Views?
what's the first
Keep the
song?
family close.
Yeah, that one. He
I
could have
like
kept that.
song.
Keep the family close is all right. I always said I wished he just rapped it.
He
I
could've
think it would be
kept
way
I
harder.
remember
What's
where
Drake's
I
best
was
album?
when
Nothing
I
was the
heard it.
same, or if you're reading this, it's too late.
Take care.
And
Take
yes,
Care,
if
yeah.
you're reading this, it's too late as an album.
I'm tired of
Take
people
care.
saying that's okay.
It's not my favorite. I like Nothing Was the Same.
I like Take Care more than both of them.
Tuscan
Really?
Leather,
Yeah.
he went crazy.
Yeah.
There are songs on
But
Nothing
see,
Was the
I
Same
like
that I
rapping
don't
Drake
like.
better than
Yeah.
the singing Drake.
Rapping Drake is superior to
Like
singing Drake talent wise.
7 whatever in Bridal Path.
7 a.m. on Brown
Fire.
Path.
Any time in
Yeah.
city songs Drake got,
There,
Fire. 9 a.m. in Dallas.
He's never missed.
no,
He's never
not a
missed
6
with
p.m. in
those.
Toronto. He need to do one for Atlanta.
Wasn't there a 4 a.m. somewhere?
4 a.m. in Calabasas. No, it's either 4 a.m. or 4 p.m. in Calabasas.
Yeah, I think it's 4 p.m. I think you're right.
The best, my favorite one is 5 a.m. in Toronto.
What did y'all
just-
think about Cole's bar about the bronze thing?
I think it's
I think those
True.
who heard it misinterpreted it.
Yeah,
Because
he's
he
not
said
saying he's
y'all
third.
are giving me
Yeah.
bronze.
Yeah.
And yeah, these
I
two
think,
are superstars.
yeah,
to me.
I think it's the yeah that confused people. People think the yeah is him affirming that he's bronze, and it's
Yeah.
not. And if you listen to the rest of it,
I'm biased,
you hear him say
so
that he's
it's
number one.
it's always Cole, Kendrick, Drake for me. But I understand
Kendrick.
people who
For
put
me,
Drake
it's-
first because they use the numbers.
Yeah.
But lyrically wise, I mean, Cole and Kendrick are like 1 and 1A, and I'm really upset we never got that watch the throne moment from them two
Yeah,
because
that's
I
a dub.
honestly
It's never
feel like
happened.
Cole would wipe the floor with Kendrick, but that's just my biased opinion. Not to take away from Kendrick's lyrical
On-
ability
no. On
because
an-
Kendrick can spit. And if you listen to that the Black Friday freestyles when Cole hopped on It's Alright and Kendrick hopped on
Tale of Two Cities.
Yes. They both went
those were
crazy.
bonkers.
And I still to
that
this
was
day
so
can't
amazing.
tell you whose is better.
Yeah, people
spam.
immediately was like, which one was better? And I think the thing
It's human
with
nature to compare.
I think the thing
Yeah.
with the Cole Kendrick album, just to speak to you saying that you think Cole would dominate, I think it depends on the approach they take.
Yes.
If it's like a What a Time to
Absolutely.
Be Alive, I think Cole would dominate
Absolutely.
that. If it's just a collection of songs. If they came together on something conceptual and every song essentially has its own
that's what
message or
Kendrick does,
concept
though.
on some Watch the Throne, I think it would
That's
lean
what
Kendrick.
Kendrick does, though.
But I
Yeah.
think Cole, when you listen to his albums, he does that. But I think Cole more so diverts from that than Kendrick does.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
think Kendrick's diversion from that is really just on features. If
Yeah.
it's Kendrick records,
Totally.
like a Kendrick record more than likely has something it's about. Each
Yeah.
one.
Yes.
Every single one.
Versus just having ones like for the sake of barring it down. Like he has those, but it's more so in the past.
And then I saw somebody say to Cole's to reference Cole's Pipe Down Freestyle, it's since 2018 it's been Cole on fire. He went on that feature run.
Crazy feature, man.
KOD came out.
It's because he switched up his style.
And now off season, yes, and like a
Well,
lot of people
really-
I like old Cole, and I'm like, well, what's old Cole to you?
To be honest,
Yeah,
I feel like
the
Cole.
career's
Very
been so long
subjective.
now. What is
Exactly.
old Cole to you?
Yeah, to
old
be
Cole to
honest,
me is the come up, bro. So
I
like,
feel
what are
like-
you talking
Exactly.
about? Like,
I feel like Cole is going through
Like you can hear
at
his
this
voice
moment
change.
what Kanye went through when he was going from My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy
808.
to Yeezus,
Oh,
and then
Yeezus.
on to Pablo, and then on to you know what I'm saying, Kids, and then
I
like
like Pablo.
he
I don't
yeah, I like
kids.
the
like-
Pablo.
Yeah, I like Pablo.
Ye for so long wasn't one note, but he had a very similar catalog.
Yeah.
Until he got to
Yeah.
My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. Then you started to
That
hear
album is so crazy.
Mad Sense, a lot of distorted, gritty type of.
You know, he talks about Jesus a lot in his songs too.
Yeah.
He always has.
When
yeah.
I
He
was-
always has. That's,
Yeah, he
that's
always
not,
has.
that's never been new.
Yeah.
It's just now he doesn't let people curse on his albums.
Yeah.
I
And-
appreciate that though.
I'm fine with that, but bleeping, nigga, come on, bro.
Yeah.
If you're saying it, like I get it. Okay, yeah, I don't want no cursing. You bleeping people's curses. There are bleeps of niggas that are his niggas on the album.
His niggas.
Bro, if you're saying it, then why, like just let it fly. Like you
Or
can't
why
follow
is
your
that even
own
in the
rules.
lyric?
Like what is you talking?
Why
Like,
is that even in the lyric?
I'm like
But what did y'all think about Yeezus though? Not
Yeezus or
Yeezus. I'm
Donda.
sorry, Donda.
I like Donda.
Oh yeah, I like that too.
I think
Donda's
Donda was
nice.
a very good album.
Yeah.
I think
Donda's nice. I
Certified
just
Lover
don't
Boy
like the
was-
performances he did, the live performances he did, because they seemed very ritualistic.
A little bit.
Kanye likes doing.
I
weird
think
stuff,
the last
though, like-
one did. I think the first one.
The first one in Atlanta seemed the most ritualistic to me,
Really?
because
Really?
he had
That just
pieces
seemed-
of attire on the floor. He was going counterclockwise while there were people going clockwise.
No, the very first one in Atlanta, it was just him.
yeah.
With
Or the
red.
second one then.
The first
second
one.
The
He
first
he
one to
just
me was the
chill.
most authentic. Like
The
I agree.
second one.
That's
The
what I
second
was
one.
gonna say.
then.
I like
The second
his-
one was the
his element. It
the
was
one
like
I'm
a
talking
real
about.
I think the
party.
third one had the most theatrics and
Yeah.
the most
Yeah.
like with Charles Manson.
mise en
Is it Charles
scene.
Manson?
No, it's Marilyn Manson.
So you
Scott
was right.
knew-
Yeah.
Charles
I'm thinking of
Manson's-
Marilyn Monroe.
I'm like, I knew
Well,
his name was
that's
Marilyn.
Where his names come from, those two people.
Who?
Marilyn Manson.
Okay,
He named
so
himself
yeah,
after Marilyn Monroe
because we
and
was
Charles
in the
Manson,
car.
because they were the two biggest like pop culture figures
At
in
the
that time.
time?
Yeah, and so he combined their names, and that's why he's.
I thought
Marilyn
Charles Manson was a murderer.
Manson. Yes, and a cult leader, one of the
Yes.
best ever.
Isn't that what the movie we went and saw with Brad Pitt and Leonardo
Yes, Once
DiCaprio
Upon a
was
Time in
about?
Hollywood.
But
Well, it's not
it was-
all it's about, but
Yeah,
yes,
but like,
his cult's killing of Sharon Tate is what that movie. Was.
yeah, but basically
That
the
movie is
end
about a
was.
cult?
Well, the movie's not about a cult. It's
Oh.
it's a plot point. It's like something that happens.
Oh.
It's about it's Quentin Tarantino's ode to the golden age of Hollywood.
Yeah.
And so it has many different things happening, and like it's all told through this actor Rick Dalton and his stunt double Cliff Booth's life and their story. But how it
Were
ends,
those two characters real?
no, but they're inspired by very real people.
Okay.
Like an amalgamation of people,
Oh,
essentially, of the time. But at the end, I guess spoiler alert if you haven't seen Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Which you probably should have. It's been a very long time.
At the end, so do you know who the actress Sharon Tate is?
I know her name. I can't think of her face
Well,
right
she
now.
was a famous actress who was genuinely, when she was pregnant, she was murdered in her home by Charles Manson's like cult. He sent his kids, and they went and they killed her. And
Was she actually the target?
yes,
Okay.
she was the target. She was dating Roman Polanski at the time, I believe. Bump him. Big hate Roman Polanski, but I believe it was Roman Polanski she was with. And yeah, they murdered her in real life. And once upon a time in Hollywood, he reimagines it in a way so that Sharon Tate can live, because they accidentally go to the wrong house, Cliff Booth, Brad Pitt's character's house, and he cleans house with them. Amazing. So they botch the assassination in the movie,
And
Brad
they
Pitt
die.
cleans house with them.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, the movie is Quentin Tarantino, a director, basically looking at the golden age of Hollywood and kind of making this ode with real and fictional characters all in this intertwining story of this actor and his stunt double. It's a really good movie.
It actually was a good movie.
It's like it's a cinephile's movie.
Season 3 next week?
I say that all the time. Like,
That's next week.
yeah.
October
I
3rd.
don't even watch you. Everybody thinks I watch you, and I don't know how to feel about that. Like, everybody's like, you don't watch you? I'm like, why are you saying it like that? But why? Why? Like, why?
You
Why?
seem like you like dark and twisted type stuff.
Okay, but like, I don't know. It's just something about like the way
You
people
don't
say
like
it.
You don't like Joe?
I haven't watched it.
You should
but
watch
every
it.
every time I
Just
say
watch
I
it.
don't watch it, people be like, you? Like they think I'm out here killing people. Like it's an ode to me or something. Like, why are you acting like
should
I
watch
can't?
it. It's
not-
good.
Yeah, 'cause I
There's
think
lots
you
of
would
dark
like
stuff
it.
out there. I don't have the time to watch it all.
It's a
Yeah,
good
I
show,
got.
though.
I'm
It's a
so
And I
far
like light
behind on
stuff.
shows.
Like
It's kind of light.
He-Man, Masters of the Revelation. I just watched
I'm
that.
behind
good
on
show.
Married at First Sight. I'm behind on Animal Kingdom.
You watch
Grownish.
Married at First
Married
Sight?
at First Sight is so funny.
She's
It's
addicted
good.
to that show.
Oh,
Every time I
that
come
show
home,
is
it's what's
so
on
funny.
TV.
It's a good show.
Married at First Sight.
Married at First Sight.
And it's
'Cause
spin
they
off
be
our mother.
tripping.
After
Yeah,
the
you know
wedding.
they make
Yeah.
like 10 spin-offs
Cam
every single
footage.
one. Like, yeah.
B-roll.
Especially 90 Day Fiance.
Yeah, 90 Day Fiance got
90 Day the other way, and then they be having watch shows.
90 Day After. I haven't watched it recently though, but I watched like the first 4 seasons.
I hate how much I know because of her watching it and me coming home and
It's
seeing
a good
it.
show.
It's a good
It's
I
show,
hate the
funny.
concept of it, and therefore I don't
Yeah, it's
like
a dumb
want to know about
concept.
Yeah,
it.
it's ridiculous. That's why it's so entertaining.
but it's.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense.
Like, come on, who's what?
I just,
I mean,
yeah.
I guess.
You're getting married to a
It's
stranger.
even wilder than Love is Blind, and I remember people talking about how like crazy Love is Blind is, and it's
I
like,
don't even think that's that crazy.
at least in Love is Blind, you get to
Yeah.
build some sort of connection.
Exactly.
You just seeing the and then people be like, "You're not attracted to me." I didn't know you. I'm obligated to find you attractive, shorty, or
No.
sir. Like, you not my type. They
Yeah,
got it
see.
wrong. They matched us incorrectly.
That's hard.
How do we annul this and get ready for the next season? Like,
Annul
they be
it.
trying to force themselves to make
'cause
it
that's a
work
real
when it ain't
marriage,
meant
too.
to work. Like.
That's a real marriage.
Well, they be saying that the experts put them together for a reason.
The experts be putting them together based off applications.
That's
The
a
experts
fact.
don't know that.
Exactly.
Experts
That's a
don't know,
fact.
like, John, don't date women without big butts. Because that wasn't a question on the app. It was, are you clean or messy or somewhere in between?
Yeah.
That's like, come on, son.
Exactly.
They matched up like they was
Exactly.
matching roommates.
You do
Well,
not know them.
he has a knee thing. If your knees aren't a certain shade, he's uncomfortable. They don't know that, though. Like, come on. You got...
Not the need thing.
Like, it's
That's
just
hilarious.
a ridiculous show. It is entertaining, I
It's
will say
very
that, but
entertaining.
I hate that I know anything about it.
Of course they gonna lie.
I lied
on,
like,
man.
yeah, I'm 6'5".
Well, they gonna see
You
that.
can't.
live,
I was
brother.
about to say you can't fake that now.
Stilts. Go get my knees done or something.
Look,
Getting
that
your
only
knees
gonna
done
take
is
you
not
up
gonna
like
add
an inch at the
that
most.
much.
Really?
Maybe,
They actually do have a
You don't
surgery
get
that
It
that
like-
much.
literally adds like 3/4 of an
Yeah,
inch.
you
Better
don't
off
get that
getting them
much.
little lifts that they can put in the shoe.
I've actually contemplated buying those.
At this point, I'm just
Only because
content
I
with my
don't
height.
really have insecurity about my height. Only because, right? I thought about this the other day. Because I used to have a plan. I was gonna like buy only Timbs.
Mhm.
Like all my shoes were gonna be Timbs, and I'd wear only Timbs. And then I would just tell women I'm 5'10". Because in Timbs I'm 5'10", but I'm really 5'8". But
That's sad.
and so then I was like, hold on, if I do the Tim thing with those 2-inch shoe lifts, I'm 6 foot. Oh, it's diff. And by the time she see me with no shoes on, she's in love. It's a Alright, let's get it.
This man gonna lose a whole 4 inches.
Let's get it.
This man gonna lose a whole 4 inches. He take the
Then she
shoes
gonna be
off.
looking at you
She gonna be looking
crazy.
down like, wait a minute.
I know, right?
Haven't you been taller than me all this time? I don't know
What you talking about?
I've been the same nigga since day one. You know that.
He gonna walk around the
Something's
house
off.
with Tim's on.
Why do you get in the bed with your butters on? Man, hush. Go to sleep. Said you was tired, right?
Asking all these questions. That is funny.
Nah, man, yeah. I got rid of all those harebrained schemes when I found a woman who liked me for me.
Facts.
That'd
I'll be
dope.
honest, I don't really care as long as I actually want my wife to be taller than me. I'm thinking of my son, so
But is that purely because of like the athlete in you? Like, what if your son doesn't want to be athletic or do sports?
I don't care. He's gonna be a tall whatever he want to be.
Oh, I was about to say.
What if you want to
You
paint?
sound like a
He
terrible.
He gonna be a tall painter.
Terrible.
Shout out to him.
I don't care. He's
If
gonna play
anything,
football.
one thing about
career.
one
Like,
thing-
a career-
Baseball?
No, like
Oh.
career, like the height of the people are short.
One thing
What if
I
you want
don't.
to be a
Computer scientist.
that's trifling. That was trifling.
A
That's
jockey?
talking. Nah, like
An equestrian?
they're not all short. Equestrians be tall these days.
No, they don't.
Jockeys are short. Equestrians be tall.
Oh, so jockeys then.
Yeah.
If you
what if you want
wanna
to be a jockey?
Why the jockey? Why they be so
Sorry.
short?
Because it helps with the horse.
Yeah, it helps with the horse
That's
riding.
weight.
Yeah. And like the position you have
Because
to
they
be
be
in.
midgets.
They don't
You
be
can't
midgets.
use
They
that
just be
word
like
and no, they
short.
don't.
Short people. Dwarfs.
They're just like they're not
It's
even
little
dwarfs.
people.
Yeah,
Come on.
I've known that was a very funny
I
moment. Really
apologize.
quick. I have a lot of moments where people in my life use words that we shouldn't use anymore, and a lot of the time I'll be like, "You can't use that no more," and they'll start saying other things that you
You
also
can't use.
Like, elves. What? Why would you treasure trolls? What are you? Why would you? That's worse. Like it just happens so
Yes.
often, and so that just was a
Little
funny
people.
reminder of that.
Sorry.
Like,
Sorry, little people. I
yeah.
want to have relations with. Never mind.
What? Whoa.
That's weird,
Let's
bro.
unpack that.
Yeah.
Let's
We should
not.
not unpack that.
Let's
at
see.
all.
What we looking like on time? Because I
gotta
just
keep
What do you mean?
that.
What do you mean by that? Did you?
we didn't even look at what time we started. Did anybody?
No.
We
It was
fired.
I think it was about 7:40 ish.
Okay.
And I know,
But then we
on the
also
thing
had,
it's
like-
probably gonna say
like
how
an
long we've been
8-minute
recording
gap.
since we started.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah.
The second time, because I stopped it instead of letting it run all the way through. I just stopped it after because we had to switch stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So it's probably
You know what I don't like with this new
I don't
update?
know.
You know how when you got text messages, it'll give you parentheses how many you got?
No.
Like if the same person
Text
texts
you.
you multiple times.
Yes, and it'll say
Okay.
3 or however many. Now it just does like a
stack.
yeah.
Mm.
I don't like it.
I don't like how the pictures come through anymore.
had to
like, if you
update my
send
Twitter.
I don't like
multiple-
that. I like that. you
Like,
can just
I
swipe
get
through
it.
I had to
but it just-
update my
it
Twitter
annoys me.
to click the thing, and I'm so mad because I wanted to keep it the way it was because I don't like having pictures full size before I click them because it takes the fun out of some of the pictures.
Oh, but
Yeah,
now
that's true.
you had
Yeah,
to-
now I have to, cause like now I'm still clicking them, but I'm like it's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
all
not
there.
missing anything.
It's all there. No, yeah, I'm
RIP
always late to
bankroll.
the updating party. I don't
Me too.
update my nothings.
I ain't even gonna lie. I don't even know what iOS I'm on.
Me neither. I think I'm on like 14.2 or something like that.
I only updated because my sister told me to.
Mm-hmm. You know
I'm on
what's
iOS. Oh, it don't even tell me. Hold on. That was the update.
you know what's particularly wild?
Yeah, I'm on
is your sister?
14.2 as well.
Which one?
Yeah.
They're all good.
That's good.
How old is Charity?
15.
Jesus.
She was on her first vacation with her friends.
Excuse
What?
me?
Went to
That's where she was.
What?
Yeah, she went to Florida.
What?
She was with her.
grown.
She
I've
was
never
with a
been
white
on a friend
family.
vacation. I'm 23.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
never.
wow. I don't think I've been. I have been on one.
My senior year for spring break,
I've
we
been
were
on
going
one
to,
by myself.
but then COVID happened. So
Sorry.
Was
Yeah,
she
that
was
also-
with with somebody else's family? Or
yeah, with one of her rich friends.
dang, wealth and affluence,
They up there.
things we never experienced growing up.
Exactly.
They up there.
I remember at the
That
beginning of
mansion I
summer,
live in.
there were TikToks
you
where they
used to
was
live in.
people talking about how they wanted to get some white friends because they was gonna be on a boat. And there
I'm
was
not getting on
one
no
girl-
boat with white people.
Me either.
Me neither, but she's just like, I want to
think
get some
I'd be
rich white
safe.
friends so I can get
Never
on the
mind.
boat.
Because I've never been on a boat. So I feel like being on a boat with people who've been on a boat before, you know.
I've been on a very inexpensive boat.
I've been on a
Been
ship.
on a rowboat.
I've been on
I've been on a
one boat ever.
what's the
It
thing?
was
Whitewater rafting.
for 8th grade prom. It was
Yeah,
like
I
on a
had-
Are
boat.
you ever going to learn how to swim?
We called a form.
Why not?
We called ours a formal.
The only thing that could inspire me to learn how to swim is if there was a film role where it was absolutely integral for me to swim, and they were paying me the bag to learn.
But
Why?
it doesn't
I
cost
don't.
that much.
I don't care about swimming, and I think my inability to swim is keeping me out of situations that
Yeah, I'ma have
would
to swim.
harm my health or well-being or livelihood. Like I don't even put myself in the proximity of drowning because I know I can't swim. People who
Do you
can
take
swim.
baths?
Why would I take baths?
I take baths.
I don't.
What-
I'm a
what
black
has
man
to
in
do with
America. I
swimming?
don't have the time to bath. Come on, bro. It's too many things
I
out here
haven't
trying
taken
to
a
kill
bath
me,
in a long time.
take me down.
Well, when your body sore, like after I used to come here and work out, but
Better
after
pop
leg
a
day,
perk when it's not. You better take a opioid. You talk about.
P10.
not a
Not
perk.
opioid.
You talk about.
Perk
P30.
30s. I be looking like baby in that interview.
Anything over 10 is just I forgot what it was. I think
Heroin?
they called it. Yeah. That's pretty much.
In
Yo,
pill
I
form?
saw this lady. She drug tested Red Bull, and it has traces of cocaine and heroin in it.
No wonder it's so good.
Was it her Red Bull or just Red Bull? Like, let's keep it 100.
It was just a Red Bull. I don't know.
Was
if
it closed before the video started?
Yeah.
Your glasses?
Oh, is it? It probably is.
Yep.
Thanks.
Yeah, she definitely. It was closed.
Did
when
she
the video
open it
started.
on camera?
Yes.
He said she did.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
And she was like, "So I got this drug test, and we finna see what's in there." And she opened it, and poured it on it, and then she's like, "See, I'm gonna come back in a second." And she was like, "Yeah, y'all some drug addicts."
There's so many drugs that like you don't even know the name to that have the power to just do so many life-ending things.
I didn't know speed was a methamphetamine.
You
You didn't know that?
Nah,
Yeah, it's meth.
I just knew
It's
speed was a thing,
meth.
and I knew that speed was a thing because of the Fresh Prince.
It's crazy how they just mix chemicals and boom, you got meth,
Good cooks.
detergent, and all. Like,
Shout
They
out my
also
boy
mix
Walter
chemicals
White.
and you
Under
get
the sun.
ibuprofen.
True.
Yes.
So
wait, what?
He said
I
you
said
also mix chemicals and get ibuprofen.
But like detergent and stuff.
No,
I
not
mean-
those chemicals. I mean, some
No,
of it
but-
may be some of the
Not
same
those
chemicals.
It'd be some
yeah.
detergent and speed, like
I mean, all of our
Facts.
medicine comes from petroleum. So
jelly. I'm just kidding.
No.
I'm just kidding.
I don't understand why petroleum jelly is called that though.
I don't either.
it's probably comes from petroleum.
How?
I don't know.
Like, I've seen
It's
petroleum in so many
things
different
you can
forms,
get
but
from
bro,
petroleum.
have Vaseline, bro.
Hey, I don't know.
That's a
bro.
crazy cook up. Like,
That is a
somebody has
crazy
to show me
cook-up.
the process.
I wonder
Like,
how you get the consistency of Vaseline.
oh God, because it's really
You
not the
boil
same
something.
consistency as anything else other than like things like it. You know what I mean?
Like chapstick.
Like, how do you make that consistency at all?
Exactly.
It got to be a lot of sugar enzymes.
Question that need
involved.
answers.
Wax and, like,
Facts.
oils and stuff like that.
Nah, it's different than wax though. Wax not the same.
Like shea butter. How did they get it like that?
It's from a nut.
It's like
Well, yeah,
but
shea
that's
butter
like
is just
that's
like-
like yeah. You it's like
shea
you
butter's
boil
like
a
maize.
liquid.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
it you dry. That's just a liquid that eventually. That's what happens when it cools down. You know what I'm saying? Like they do it
Yeah.
hot, and then when it cools down, it's like that.
Did you guys know that under super extreme pressure, peanuts can be mined into diamonds?
That's
Say word.
cool.
I'm not surprised.
That's very.
So if I get a
cool.
whole bunch of peanuts,
I had that like when I was in like middle school. I was like, I'm just gonna like get like a company or whatever, and like just find a peanut company. But before they like between like the farming and manufacturing and like sending it to whoever the company is that's gonna sell these peanuts, I go to like the source and be like, you know what I mean, strike up a contractual agreement. I have my deliveries, and then do whatever it takes. Just get a team of scientists, and then boom.
what do you do? I'm a peanut
I'm a
dealer.
diamond dealer, but
That's
it's
such
from
a long
peanuts.
plan.
Oh, come on, bro. I was 12 and I was like, how can I get out of poverty? And these were the things
I'ma get a
swirling through my
peanut company.
brain. It was
Yeah.
like
Make
diamond
some
dealer.
diamonds.
it was this, kicking people's doors, rap. Like, I only had so many options, bro. So, you know what I mean?
Speaking of diamonds, there is a rock that is called a moissanite that shines more than diamonds do, and they are the same hardness on whatever scale they check.
Yeah, it's a 9.5, and then a diamond is a 10.
Okay, so yeah, and when I bust down anything, I'm gonna bust it down in moistenette. So I hope nobody
That's the
come
type
at
of
me
ring
with a
that I
diamond
want.
tester.
A moistenette.
A
Yeah.
moissanite ring, yeah, or
Y'all
like
don't
a,
hear
a
this
lab
word
grown
and
diamond.
feel
Wedding
uncomfortable?
ring, moistenette?
Oh, very much so.
Yeah.
But like I've gotten,
Yeah, for
I've gotten kind of
because,
accustomed
they have
to it.
like blood diamonds. I don't believe in all the mining, so unless it's a lab grown diamond,
I need
I don't
my
want it.
I
Just
need
give
my
me a moistenette.
diamonds
How
with
can you
oppression
grow a diamond in the lab?
how do they do anything?
synthetically.
Yeah, they be growing crystals in
So
7th grade
Yeah.
So
classrooms.
essentially, right, a diamond is just carbon under high pressure.
Yeah.
So and lab made diamonds are just it was carbon and then they made it a diamond essentially. Versus like she said, blood diamonds, raw diamonds found. The earth did that.
Yeah.
So it's a purer process.
You can just recreate it in a lab.
Gotcha.
Moissanite rings are
Same
way
way they
cheaper,
making
too.
black holes in labs.
Like on Star Trek.
How
We
you
just
make-
watched that the other day. That's why I
That
said
wasn't in a lab. That was actually in space. But yeah. In
My
the
man
movie.
was pissed at Spock.
I've never seen any of the Star Trek movies.
They're pretty good.
I feel like you would like that.
There's actually a lot of franchises I haven't seen, and when people like find out I haven't seen them, they're like, "But you've seen," and like they name an obscure movie that I love, like, "But you've seen The Green Room 12 times," and I'm like,
What's the Green Room?
Exactly. The Green Room is a movie. It's about this band that like has a
Where
performance.
they get trapped.
Yeah, by
and, yeah, okay,
neo
that movie is
Nazis,
good.
and then they have to like fight for their life because they
Yeah.
like had to perform at this like neo-Nazi bar, and then
Were
Movie
they?
is
What were
crazy.
they?
In the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
No, I said what were they? Were they white?
yeah, they're
they
white.
were white.
So why did the neo Nazis want to kill white people?
Because neo-Nazis only like neo-Nazis, but also something else happened. Somebody ends up
Don't tell me.
dead. Oh, well,
I might have to watch it.
it's
Yeah,
fire.
you should. It's a good
But
movie.
the point is that when I tell them like I have never seen any of the Star Treks, I've never seen any of the Aliens, like that whole series.
I'm not missing anything.
I've never
Yeah,
seen
yeah.
any of the Bonds, but I'm gonna watch all of them leading.
The newer ones?
Yeah, I've never seen any of the Daniel Craig ones.
Okay.
But I'm gonna
Me
watch.
either, actually.
I'm gonna watch all of them.
I just
so
watched the
that I
last
can,
one recently. Spectre.
Watch No Time to Die when it comes out next.
That's his
Friday.
last one, right?
Yeah.
Daniel Craig.
They're
But
actually
like, there's just so many
Didn't
franchises.
he say the
and they're
Bond
just
should
like,
be black?
No.
no.
No, that's
He
not
said
what he said.
he
said that they need
said
to create more roles specifically for
A black woman.
people of color
Yeah,
and
yeah,
women.
Yeah, people of color and
Shouts
So,
out to
like,
Daniel. We
really
appreciate
tried
you.
to
Yeah.
twist his words up a lot.
it's because the New York Times doesn't care about life.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
But they get so many other things.
The James
really
Bond
right,
movies
though.
don't beat the predictive programming allocations.
I don't even know what.
What?
So the
Predictive
term
programming.
predictive programming means that they put something in
Yeah, we know what that is.
entertainment.
The other word is what threw us off.
Allegations.
Allegations.
Oh,
Sound like
yeah.
you said allocations. And I
Oh,
was
no.
like, what is that? And
They don't beat
what are these
the
things?
predictive programming allegations.
So when you say beat, what do you mean?
when you watch it, you're like, they got this from real life for real, and just put it in here and thinking that we're not gonna notice that this definitely takes place in real life, especially Spectre. Spectre basically just shows you what the Illuminati do.
Okay, but I just feel like
I want to be
why
a
is
member of the Illuminati.
I guess why did
No, you don't.
I
Why
get
not?
why did
What do you mean? Why not? Do you
Why-
know what the Illuminati is?
why focus on like this franchise and make
It's
that
like the
statement
Cabal.
as if like it's not like a universal thing in entertainment?
Because
Like,
it's not all entertainment.
I know, but
it's
you're
the
like-
biggest things in entertainment.
you're like
the Blacklist is another one.
that's my point. You're like, yeah, this multi-million-dollar franchise doesn't beat the predict. Like, is it supposed to?
I mean, sometimes you just don't expect it. You know what I'm saying? You don't expect it to be as blatant as it is. Like Spectre, literally, I don't want to spoil it for you because you're gonna end up watching it.
Yes,
but
I'm
like
really gonna
once
watch
you,
it later.
you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. The moment the scene happens, you're gonna be like, oh, okay, so this is how they do it.
But I mean, to speak to your point, it's not like, well, I mean, I guess it depends on what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Like if you're watching things looking for predictive programming stuff, then I guess that like becomes more important when you're watching things. Versus
Well, it's not even that
other
I'm
people.
looking for it, but I notice it now. Like I notice it a lot more than I used to. You know what I'm saying? Because of just what I've looked into a lot recently. But like now, it's just like, this seems a little too, it's, a little too.
You haven't said a word yet, so
I know. I was trying to think of the word that I'm looking for, but I'm just going. It's a little too real to be fiction.
Why can't I meet somebody in the Illuminati?
Oh, to meet? So I thought you said I wanted to be in the Illuminati.
No, I said meet.
You probably have.
Oh,
who?
We've met LeBron.
Y'all niggas don't know LeBron like that.
You're right. I don't know any of the people that claim to be an Illuminati. Well, not claim to have been, but I don't know anybody who's been initiated personally. But I do know that they exist.
Well, I think that's his point. I think he wants to like have in-depth connection.
You really think that a member of a secret society, regardless of your connection to them, is going to tell you anything about the secret society?
Yes. Bro, you overestimating niggas, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not.
And when I say niggas, I don't even mean black people. I just mean individuals.
I know what, and I know exactly what you mean.
Niggas talk way too much,
They
bro.
love
If you think
spilling
to each other,
if you think there's not a dude who's like saying
They're
something
under the
stupid in a
penalty.
bar,
they're under the oath
bro,
of silence.
I'm telling you,
most of them can't say anything.
niggas
Otherwise,
be under
they
the
will
oath
die.
of silence. Niggas be under the oath of silence until Coochie walk in the room, and then niggas be under the oath of bragitude. You are asleep if you think niggas are not out here saying things that they should not be saying.
If they
Especially
are, they're
to
saying
oppress
them to
women.
people who already know.
No, I'm to foolishness. And they fools themselves. But if you really think 100% of the roster is out here mums the word, you overestimating people's commitment to the cause.
I don't think it's the
Or the
commitment to
factor
the
of
car,
fear.
It's the fear.
I think you're overestimating the factor of fear.
I don't think I am.
I think you overestimate how easy it is to feel like you're bigger than something you're clearly not bigger than.
I understand that.
Or outside the confines
I understand
of being
that.
touched.
I understand that, but
Look
also
at
I
niggas in
understand
the
the fact
streets.
that there have been plenty of examples of people who have spoken out and died. So they're like,
there's plenty of-
I'm not trying to be like that.
That's true.
So I'm gonna keep.
That's true. But
Unless
there's
I'm
plenty,
talking to-
there's plenty of examples of people. There's
Perfect
plenty of
example.
examples of people that spoke out and are not dead.
Kevin Hart was interviewing. I don't know what the white lady's name was. I think she was a former comedian or talk show host or something. I can't remember what it was. But you know how like
No.
no, she's alive.
Kelly Clarkson.
This was recently.
think he's
It's
talking
on the
about the
same
Kelly
show.
Clarkson
What?
I think you're talking about the Kelly Clarkson interview.
That was Kelly Clarkson?
I believe it was Kelly Clarkson.
It could have been Kelly
what
Clarkson.
happened?
Because I know the exact interview you're talking about, and if I'm remembering the individual that was in the seat correctly, it was Kelly Clarkson.
I think it is Kelly Clarkson. I can't remember exactly.
Said that former
I just
TV host.
remember it was a
That
white
was
lady. I didn't remember
not-
who it was because I didn't remember her face. But basically, the same show that he was on with Don Cheadle, and when he said his age, he was like,
It's
"Dang."
his talk show. Yeah, it's Kelly
Yeah.
Clarkson, bro.
Kelly Clarkson was like, and I've been approached by people with millions of dollars to do things that I would never do. And the second she said that, he was like, "I just did this." You know what I'm saying? Like, don't say nothing else. And she was like, "Oh, I shouldn't." He was like, "Yeah, no, you know what I'm saying?" And then they moved on. But like,
It was a lot funnier than that.
it was a lot funnier.
He's screwing the comedic timing of this episode.
Of course, it was comedic timing.
I'm sure it
But at
was.
the end of the
Yeah.
day,
I'm saying like that part of delivery is important.
that part of like immediately the second she said it, he knew what she was talking about and shushed her to protect her or whatever he had in his mind. You feel me? Because one of the terminologies they use to like tell people what they do, even though they're not really telling people what they do. Apparently, the word pizza is used to signify that they eat children.
Allegedly.
Pizzagate.
Because if this was true, then we would
Pizzagate
know.
was a huge
No, we
thing.
wouldn't. Why do you think we would know? Like what?
I will say
if it was
this.
true, we would not know.
Oh, okay.
I will say this though. The fact, I'm not saying this, I'm saying it can be said. The very fact that you're saying this could speak to the fact of if it was true, we would know.
But why would you think we would? If literally the most powerful people on the planet are the ones who are orchestrating and
But you
continue
just-
to do
The
it.
very same avenues that have led to you knowing this information allegedly could very well be the same avenues to confirm something. So
Not really.
Yes.
it can. It
Because
can be.
the same
I'm not
ave-
saying it
the
will be. I'm
avenues
saying
that-
the
that
same
have
avenues it
brought
is
this
possible.
to my attention were the people who are now dead.
And those very same people could say or do or display
Do you know
anything
who Isaac
that
Cappy
would-
is?
That would
Do
bring
either of you know who Isaac Cappy is?
That would be proof, is what I'm
My
saying.
point exactly.
My-
They have released proof.
R.I.P. to him.
And so
So-
the point I'm making is that
He was in the Illuminati.
No.
him saying, he didn't say this, but if he had said, if it was true, we would know, is because the very fact that we even know anything could also lead to the fact of us knowing everything, or at least definitively
Something.
knowing what we know.
Something, yeah.
So
They
rather,
young kids, though.
rather than knowing
heard
You
that
have to
a lot,
do.
though.
You
the
have to
allegation
do. You have
or knowing
to do
the potential,
evil
you
things.
could know the truth.
And
is what
you got to
I'm
remember the
saying.
gods that they worship are the same gods that people in the Bible worshipped, and the people in the Bible gave to Baal and Molech and these types of gods. They determine sacrifices of children. They sacrifice children, do it in many different ways. Why is adrenochrome a thing? Adrenochrome, what adrenochrome is the act of severely terrifying a child right before you kill them and drink their blood. So it's filled with adrenaline, and apparently that gives them the longevity that they have.
That's nasty.
Yes, this is very nasty, and it's very sick stuff.
Not that nasty.
Like, at the end of the day, what it comes down to is, like, they put it in our faces. Like, in plenty of TV shows and plenty of cartoons.
I must not be watching it.
It's not that you're not watching, you're not looking for it. So it goes right by you. So it'll go over your head if you're not looking for it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that video of where they tell you to watch how many times the ball has been passed, right? And a gorilla, somebody in a gorilla suit walks in the middle, dances, and leaves. And they ask you after the video, did you see the gorilla? No, you were counting how many times the people were passing the ball. And
that video never worked on me.
Well, that's because you're a different type of person.
I think it's just because my peripherals have to pick up things because I have bad depth perception.
Exactly, you're a different type of person.
I mean, that's
because the first time I saw it, it got me. And I'm very
you have good eyesight.
Yeah, I'm very perceptive.
Because I have bad depth perception, my peripherals are really strong.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't see deep, but I can see wide. Essentially,
okay, that makes sense.
Yeah,
I can see deep. I can see deep and wide.
So things that are like that, I always pick up. Yeah, well, not always, but usually.
With glasses on, I can see deep.
Well, I guess me too. But
oh wow, I just
even
not even
I'm
the only member with glasses.
It's kind of weird that glasses wearers are a minority because like all my niggas wear glasses. Like it's literally like 7 people I know without glasses. Like y'all are the weirdos.
Do I wear glasses?
No, but he's one of the weirdos. But it's a small number. Like I know a lot of glasses individuals.
I'm trying to think.
A lot of glass people.
Do. Yeah, nah. I think it's only a few people. I think it's flipped for me.
What time are we at? Are we nearing the end? Do I need to ask our? Yeah. All right. I'm gonna get into our laser fast question for today.
No.
Okay. Question A or question B? They're both gonna be about movies.
B.
A.
Okay. The A's have it. What is your favorite film franchise of all time?
Marvel.
Dang.
Is that a franchise? Avengers.
I guess it is a franchise now.
Dark Knight.
But I feel like it's a bit too vast to just say the whole MCU. Bro. If you could choose, because it's made up of different franchises.
Avengers.
Yeah.
The Avengers franchise? Okay.
Come back to me. I have no idea.
Avengers and or the Dark Knight trilogy.
It's a great trilogy.
The newer Planet of the Apes.
That's a great
Yes.
That's a great selection.
That's good.
Yes.
One of the greater trilogies of all time.
Yeah.
I don't think I really have one.
You don't have a favorite franchise of all time?
If I say the one that first came to my head, you guys are gonna judge me.
I swear,
Twilight.
if it's them 2 F's, I will throw my shoe at you.
It was Twilight. Yeah.
Okay, I would have been fine with that. Cause
What was you talking
Twilight's
about?
fired.
man, the farts and the flagrant. I hate them.
Oh no.
I hate them now.
Yeah, I
Wait,
love
what?
Twilight though.
I ain't even see the last one.
The farts and the flagrants.
Fast and Furious.
Oh. I don't know why that took me so long to
Really
figure out.
quick, because
Definitely not in my top
all
anything.
like the movie pages and communities I know it's just like my grievance with their franchise is not the same as everyone else's grievance. Well, not everyone else's, but the majority of people's grievances, because most people hate them now because they're super unrealistic and yada 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 and all that jazz.
Didn't they go to space?
Yes, and whereas I dislike all that stuff, I would be fine with a franchise that does that. I would even be fine with a franchise that like starts off as like a regular action like franchise. Like if Die Hard somehow ended up in space, I'd be fine with that. What I'm not fine with is a franchise about cars,
Racing cars.
and racing culture turning into an action franchise where they go to space. That's what
Why
I
did
hate.
they go to space?
Because it was somehow going to help them beat whoever. I don't know.
John
Cena. Yeah.
My
In
issues. My issue.
No, he was on land. They just had to go to space. I didn't
To get
see it.
what?
I don't know. I didn't see it. And they sent Tyrese and Ludacris. Of all the people on the team, why in the world would they be the space
My
team?
issue has always been they like. I feel like they just kind of threw stuff together
What was the last
because
time
of
they
the fact
raced in that movie?
Man,
never.
Man, like 5 movies.
The
Fast
second
Five.
movie.
At least.
Fast Five.
The second
The
they
last scene
raced.
with Paul Walker
Yeah,
was
at the
last
beginning
time that
when they first got
raced.
to Brazil.
Oh, yeah. They was racist. But like my issue has always been the fact that the first movie and the second movie had nothing to do with each other until we got to like the sixth movie. Like
The sixth.
bro. It was
I
like
think it was the
fifth.
fourth.
It was like
Furious
it
is
was
the
like
I think it was
second
The
movie.
Fast and the Furious.
Yeah,
is
you're
when
talking about The Fast, because Too Fast, Too Furious, right?
Too Fast, Too Furious
Oh,
is the one
yeah,
with
yeah.
Tyrese and Paul
That's
Walker.
second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
You talking about the
then,
one with Bow Wow.
yeah, Tokyo Drift
that's
was
the third
that
one.
was the third
yes,
one.
and that didn't
Okay.
matter till the end of the fifth one.
Yeah.
Right,
Right,
so
yeah.
that's what I mean. Like I get, and it's
probably
like I
was a
feel like they just
standalone
like made the
until
first
then. It was.
two, made the second one, and was like, yo, we've made a lot of money. We have to keep going. So like,
Exactly.
how can we figure this out? And then like, you know what I'm saying? They didn't have no plan with Dom being in it at the end of the movie. They was just like, yo, let's do Vin Diesel. Hey Vin, you want to do a little scene at the end? You feel me? And then they put it in there, and it was like, oh wait, we got that. You feel me? We got that. we can do something now.
The
Because ain't Han not really dead?
Yes, Han came back in this last one.
Ridiculous.
What
What was the point?
After dying twice.
I was upset for
I mean,
6
he died
years.
he died once, but we saw it twice in two different contexts.
Yeah, very.
And
yeah.
another
With the
thing,
second context was a lot more gangster.
they have destroyed the power of explosions.
Oh yeah,
Both Letty and Han have both died in explosions, and they don't even have burn marks.
not
At
a
all.
one, bro. You finna
But
tell
they'll
me?
die.
Wait. You
I'm
finna
pretty.
tell me that cars can shield a man from an exploding submarine, and he just doesn't? He's just fine. You telling me you can park a car or 5 or 6 in front of somebody, and the engulfing flames is not gonna damage him? That's
If
what
you
you're
are
telling
in
me.
a car that blows up, at the very least, you need to be deaf in one ear.
Yes.
Like they're
Very
they have all their
Yes.
senses, the finger, like taste buds. Like, come on, bro, it's but ooh, she lost her memory. What? Flames don't care about Anyways, my favorite franchise of all time is between the Lord of the Ring trilogy and the Dark
I
Knight
forgot
trilogy.
about Lord of the Rings.
Ooh,
The Dark Knight trilogy.
is the Lord of the Rings trilogy and the Hobbit trilogy different?
Yes.
They're
Yes,
two different
they're
franchises.
different.
Yes, they're in
But
the
they're
same
connected,
universe.
universe,
yeah.
right?
But yeah,
One
they're
is
all
the
Hobbit is
prequel to
a
the
really
franchises.
good.
The Hobbit's
good
the prequel,
series.
Amazing.
Yeah, Hobbit's great.
And Prime Video's making a TV show,
Of
Lord of the Rings.
Really?
Not like that's like it's in the same universe, but I think it's before the Hobbit, after Lord of the Rings. It's one of those two. It's either
What's
the-
good
If it's
with,
before the Hobbit,
or after.
Yeah,
after.
yeah. It's either before or
if
after.
it's
after.
the before, then like that'd be interesting, but it wouldn't be as interesting as
What's
after
good with
Lord of
the-
I don't
the
remember
Game of
only
Thrones
because
drawing.
only because I may be because I know the Game of Thrones one is before because
Yeah,
it's during
that's
the
the Targaryens,
Age of Dragons, yeah, and the Targaryen dynasty.
which would be I feel like would be very entertaining.
Yeah, I think it'd
That's
be
gonna be
crazy. I
good.
can't wait to see
Whenever
the
they
casting.
drop it.
Hopefully there'll be a little bit more Negroes. Just so
Yeah,
they're
I
like,
doubt it.
maybe they'll
Yeah,
be
I
like
definitely
back
doubt it.
then there was actually more, but we killed them off. I don't know, something. Anyways, you already know what it is, man. It's the YSO podcast for the youth, by the youth, being the voice of the youth, by giving a voice to the youth. You can follow me. I'm gonna take a play out of Christian's book. Watch a previous episode if you want to know my social media information.
Ditto.
You guys can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Ashton Gates with 2 S's.
You can follow me on Instagram and on Twitter at _skip to my shoe, and you can follow my other Instagram at prodby.tve. I was about to put the dot in the wrong spot.
You not gonna say
Bars.
the CK? You said prodby.tve. It's just produced by the Villain Entertainment.
I think that's hold on.
Okay. You always say Prod by CK. Don't
It is. It's
Yeah, I'm
CK
pretty
in
sure
there?
it's produced by CK.tve.
you?
Prod by
How you gonna
CK.tv.
forget?
I don't be on it like that. I haven't figured out how I'm you know what I'm saying, use it right. Cause to be honest with you, I want to do it in a way that like sends you to my BeatStars and not just, you know what I'm saying, like. But I had to, it is a CK in there, so yeah, my bad. My fault, y'all. You can also follow all of us as a collective at the YSO Podcast, which you probably should do if you
Subscribe.
haven't.
Click the notification bell. It's free.
And comment, man.
And follow on Instagram.
If you watch
Buy
this,
some merch.
if you watch
Show
this
your hoodie,
video,
Drew.
comment your favorite film franchise.
Yes.
And with that being said, we're young, we're black.
Split the bills.
And we kind of free.
Don't do that.
We not all the way free yet.
Not only split the bills, but split them 60-40 and make her pay the 60. It's 2021. We're shaking it up.
We out of here.